Welcome to day 5. We will do all of the exercises you've learned with the most important action, the activation. It's the drawing up and in maneuver, and we'll focus on alignment. Now, while we're not going to be doing any standing exercises today, the principle of alignment of our posture still applies to everything we do. So I want you to think about this. Yogilachi is not a place, it's a practice. So if you start to implement some of these basics that you've learned over the last 5 days with me, and you apply them in your own life every day with everything you do, you're going to notice such a great difference in how you move, how you feel, and how your body looks. Let's get started. Our first exercise is the basic plank. I'll show 3 different versions. We'll be doing 8 altogether. So we'll come down first all the way on the forearms. You can have the hands down or in a comfortable position. The hands don't really matter. What matters is our deep pelvic floor, core activated. I'm going to take the toes and curl them under. We'll begin by hugging the bones with the thighs, the booty, bringing the pearl up and in, drawing upward. And as you do, you'll probably naturally start to feel that your hips come off the floor. And when you're ready and you're fully activated all the way up to your sternum, and those muscles are hugging and wrapping around at your waist. So it's almost like you have a natural lift happening. You can go up into your plank and hold. And we're going to hold for 10 seconds. 5, 4, breathe, 2, and 1. Now we're not going to collapse. We're not going to just fall and collapse. We're going to stay connected to our good posture, good alignment, and then we'll reset completely and do it again. Drawing in, and when you're ready, hold, 2, 3, 4. Focusing on keeping all those muscles active. This is where communication, if your back starts to hurt, you know, oh, what's not on? Let me get it turned on. And then take a break. You can bring your knees down. You can even shift back into child's pose for a break. This is going to be up to you. Now, the next one I'm going to do is the chaturanga that I showed you so that we can work a little bit in our tricep area. Everything else remains the same. Toes are curled under, but this time the hands are by the side. And we zip in, hug the muscles. You want to feel those thighs hugging your bones. The booty on, the pelvis is neutral. You're drawing the pearls up and inward. And once those pearls get pretty close to the sternum, that's about ready to allow you to lift off. Now this will take some arm work. So we'll hold, but it's all core. And you want to make sure you're not buckling throughout the back. So we can come down. This one's a little bit more challenging, definitely requires the full body and a really good activation of that core. The next one of a progression would be up on all 4s. When you're ready, begin the drawing in, drawing up, activating throughout the entire core. It should feel effortless to go into your straight arm plank. Imagine you have a stick along the back of your body, aligned with your head, so your head's not dropped, it's not up, it's just in perfect alignment as if you were checking on a wall. So this one's definitely a nice challenge. And about 10 seconds is all you really need. So if you felt that in any area a little bit more than others, for example, the wrists or the back, then you know that you need to keep working on really ensuring that your core is completely activated. All right, and we'll do our last plank from our forearms again, curled the toes under, drawing in, drawing up. Imagine those muscles hugging the bones around the thighs. The natural progression is the lift into the plank. It's nothing forced. The core should be on both sides as well, so ensure that the sides are on as much as you can get them to come on. Stabilizing, 2 and 1. Okay, we will come up and do our bird dogs. We're on our all fours quadruped. Same principle. The focus here is on opposite arm, opposite leg. Once you've got your activation, go ahead and start to begin the movement. Your focus will be on ensuring that, of course, your core is on completely. But then once you go through the movement, since you're doing motion, we want to watch that there's no buckling in that back. So when you extend the leg and the arm, there should be no compression in that back. It should be nice and long. And you can hold that position for a moment or two. It's up to you. Take your own pace. But really be with your own body here. Breathing through the process. And noticing every little nuance. So if you notice your wrist hurting, then what is not fully turned on in that core? Then as you extend, if you feel anything in your back, are you creasing in your back? Or are you just using your glute muscles and your abdominal muscles and your core without compromising that back? Once you understand the nuances of that beautiful core, 360 degrees, activated, it changes everything you do, every movement you do. Breathing. Reach, do a full extension, really try to reach through, make your leg longer, make your arm longer, without taking your body out of any kind of alignment. You want to be in perfect alignment. Beautiful activation. So take your time, finish the rest of them so you get to at least 8 on each side. That's a good number to aim for. Every single time you do it, be present to your core. Notice what's happening. Allow your brain to reconnect to your complete core. If you need to take a break before we go to bridge, go ahead and take a break. And we'll go down to our backs for our bridge. The feet are in front of the sits bones. Not too far away, but not all the way in either. The feet you want to have on what we call tripod feet. So first knuckle, fifth knuckle even, and right in the center. We bring our hands to the pelvis and you can check your pelvis for neutral alignment. Relax the shoulders, relax the neck. Activate, hug the bones. Bring the pearls up, drawing in, drawing up. When you're ready, begin your bridge. This should feel very good, almost like you're creating traction for your spine. Now I'll let you do it at your own pace. Let's do 8 total. You can move with your breath. Because remember, activating your core does not preclude you from breathing. You should be able to breathe effortlessly, even with a completely activated core. Activating your core does not mean sucking your breath in or holding your breath in any way. Hopefully you understand that now. All we're doing is this beautiful bridge, and done correctly, you should feel your booty muscles, your hamstring muscles working, not your back. In fact, you should feel great relief in your back. Ideally, you're completely integrated, so we're not articulating up like we would in Pilates or rolling down and molding our back. All we're doing is we're raising our hips and lowering our hips. And it's all controlled from a very strong and stable core. The hips are mobile, so that's where you're getting the mobility. But the core has not buckled. It is very stable. There's no separation in each spine right now. We're not doing any rolling down or articulating. What we're working on is really keeping that core strong and stable And then when we're moving through our hips and our ankles have a little bit of mobility in them as well. Okay, so you'll complete until you've done 8. And then I'll meet you for the side plank. All right, let's come down to the forearm. Make your decision whether or not you'll be on your knees or your feet. Either one's fine. All we're trying to do is activate and really conscientiously activate the undercarriage here. Even if you're just in this position and you can focus on activating without lifting, that's fine too. The main purpose is to really get that activated. So I'll give you an example. If I take my arm away, what needs to be holding me up is my undercarriage, okay? It's not about you pushing up from your arm or your shoulder in any way. Super important to understand that. So when you're ready, make sure you activate. It's great practice to be activating from the side and to just find that position for you. Whatever that looks like for you, you decide. If you're ready to progress, go ahead and progress. All we're doing is lifting up and down. If you feel anything going into the neck or the shoulder or the back or any other area that is not where the core should be activated, then you know something is not active in your core. And that's just information that tells you, oh, okay, I need to focus a little bit more and really draw in my core. If you feel it in your neck, like I feel it a little bit in my neck here, okay, what's not on? Oh, there, right there, my upper transverse abdominals was not on. As soon as I activated that, that took a little of the pressure out of my neck, right? There is some going on because I'm holding my head in this position, but it shouldn't be strained. If we have a good, strong core activated, there is nothing straining about any of this movement. None of this movement. It's a very efficient move. It's a very beautiful move, and it should feel good. It should feel like you're activating and actually doing something very intentional. That's the beauty of what we practice at Yogilachi. Okay, very simple, not a difficult, well, it's not, it should be a challenge, but it's not a difficult movement. Do the undercarriage, check your shoulder for alignment, be with your own body. Being fully responsible for your own body and letting everything reintegrate. So you zip up, let the muscles hug those bones. When you're ready, it should be a natural next progression to go into your plank. And being able to hold that and really noticing just the different subtle nuances of where you might need to really find what's not fully turning on. Maybe it takes a couple of times to really start to get everything to turn back on. So just keep working on that. It is a process. It is progress. And we're always moving towards the direction of better, more progress. Okay, take your time on these. Aim for the 8 of them, resetting, not for a long period of time. I'd rather you do short periods of time, very high quality side planks or any of the exercise you do. Always go for quality, really optimal movement, optimal alignment, as opposed to longer durations. As you get really good at this and master it, then go for a longer duration. You can certainly add and progress, but go for that really impeccable activation. That will make such a difference. All right, so continue, do your progressions. You can go up to a hand if you want. You can go out to both legs. You decide. This is about you. Allow for this to become something that is enjoyable for you as opposed to, oh, I have to go and do the work. Such a beautiful way to reconnect, to get into communication with your body. Congratulations on making it to day 5. Now, what's really exciting is tomorrow is day 1. And really, every day is day 1 because it's an opportunity for you to reconnect with your body, to realign, and to learn and to expand and progress with an amazing, healthy, vibrant body. If you'd like more help, reach out to us anytime at yogilachi.com.